Horror is one of the biggest genres in media. Like any genre, horror has a massive fan base that just loves spooky stuff. And if you're at all a fan of horror, you're familiar with this word, tropes. Horror has been around for a long time, and in that time a formula has been developed in the movies. You know, there's always a group of horny teenagers, a killer in a mask. The victims always trip on literally nothing, and instead of getting back up, just crawl away slowly. The killer can literally be shot 6 times and stabbed 8 times and is completely fine. These are all tropes seen throughout horror movies, and they have a bad rap. They're seen as stereotypical and pointless. Just do something new. But there's some tropes that I'm in defense of, so in this video I wanted to give you my opinion on tropes in horror movies. The most infamous horror movie trope is that the main characters are stupid. It's been done to death in parodies. Basically every piece of media that makes fun of horror makes fun of this trope. And I'm just sick of people making fun of it. Like sure, some characters make dumb decisions. So do you. People always act like they don't make dumb decisions. And in the movies, it actually makes sense for the characters to not make the best decisions. Do they think it would be better if the characters went, "Oh no, I've just witnessed the brutal murder of a loved one, and the killer is chasing me and is going to kill me. I'm going to carefully plan out my next move." It's not like I'm in shock or anything. I wouldn't want the audience to think I'm scared or something. Like, I bet everyone thinking people in the movies are dumb would do the same thing in that situation. But there are parts of this trope I don't like. Like when the characters trip and don't back up. They just slowly crawl away. Just stand back up! The killer is literally slowly walking. All you have to do is run, and you'll be safe. Get back up! But overall, I like this trope, and it makes sense for the characters to act like that, most of the time. And it's realistic. And I mean, if the characters were really smart, would the movies be as enjoyable? And now for the trope that I inevitably had to address, jump scares. I'm sure that you've heard about the horror genre's reliance on jump scares, and I'll just end up repeating what everyone else has said, but I don't care. I'm talking about them anyway. There's nothing else that can ruin a good horror movie other than jump scares. Like, the point is that you don't expect it, but because jump scares are so tropey and all the same, they don't surprise people. Literally every jump scare is the same. It goes quiet, no music, just silence. Then all of a sudden, something jumps out at the camera while a loud sound effect plays. So when a movie goes completely silent, you know what's gonna happen. But I hate jump scares for a different reason than other people. You see, jump scares are temporarily scary. You get jump scared and are scared for like 2 seconds, but after that you aren't scared anymore. A horror movie should scare you throughout, and when a movie has constant jump scares, it tells me that it's not a good horror movie. And don't get me started on fake out jump scares. It's even worse than normal ones. If you're gonna do a jump scare, do a jump scare. I can't tell you how many times a random rat comes out of nowhere. Why is it always a rat? It's just stupid. No, I'm not saying there are no good jump scares. A Quiet Place is built around sudden and abrupt noises. Psycho's shower scene was technically a jump scare. It's the most famous scene in horror history. Jump scares can be good, but they're really just used for a quick shock rather than long-lasting fear. And there's a way to make jump scares way better. It's way scarier to have complete silence and something slowly emerges while it stays silent, instead of all of a sudden appearing. And the silence makes it more unsettling, and like it's not grabbing your attention. It lets you actually react to what you're seeing. A good example of this is a short film Don't Peek, where it's made so throughout the short, you're on the edge of your seat, and then we get a slow transition to the shot of the monster. And it's way more unsettling. If this was just a normal jump scare, it wouldn't be that scary. It's a way better way to handle doing jump scares. But more often than not, jump scares are just the cheap, lazy kind that frightens you for a few seconds and leaves you pissed off. And that's horror tropes for you. Just generic dumb things in horror movies that are the building blocks of lazy writing. But there is an upside. In the modern movie industry, more and more creative people are entering the horror scene and bringing so much creativity. The horror genre is more diverse than ever before, and it doesn't need to rely on cheap tropes. So the future of horror movies looks bright. But these tropes are far from gone. I mean, there's a jump scare right now. Haha, I jump scared you. What, do you think there's gonna be another jump scare? There's not gonna be another one.